Greetings everybody, I'm Commander Great, CG for short. I'm finally doing it. I'm finally gonna take a look at my most requested game to cover on this show. That being Beyblade Metal Masters Nightmare X for the Nintendo DS. Yeah, that's right, I'm finally doing it. I've seen the requests. Now let me just pop the game in my Nintendo 3DS and we'll be on our way. Now where is my Nintendo 3DS? Is it in here? No. Is it in here? No. Is it in here? No. Is it in here?
What's up, guys?
I can't find it anywhere. That means I've lost it! No! Oh wait, here it is. Wait, no, it's just a bug.
I know, Larry.
My name's not Larry.
Why don't you talk about something else instead?
That's a pretty good idea. But what?
I think you should talk about...
I know! I'll make a video about movie posters! Isn't that right, Ryan Reynolds? Coochie coochie coo. Movie posters. God, yes! Everyone loves a good movie. I mean, who doesn't? Sometimes there's just nothing better than to just sit back and relax and watch a good movie. Whether you're watching at home on a TV, in a movie theater, or on a Nintendo 3DS, the movie watching experience is something most people enjoy. You know, unless you're blind. Or dead. It's pretty hard to watch a movie when you're dead. However, there's a part of the movie experience that often goes overlooked, and it's something that isn't even a part of the actual movie, and that is the posters. I love these little things, whether they be on a bus stop, a building, or just as a cover of a DVD. I remember as a kid, I would always be drawn to the covers of DVDs. There'd always be something new and cool to look at while your dad is trying to figure out why the movie isn't turning on. But where did the idea of the modern movie poster come from? Well, to figure that out, we need to go back to the very beginning, to the first ever movie posters. Whoa! Words! Back in the olden days when the first ever movies were coming out, which I think was around the same time as the T-Rex, posters were much more simple than they are today. They were painted by hand and would often feature a little text box telling you a bit about the movie to try and hook you in. Chills and thrills in a drama of mystery and madness. The man who made a monster. The life of the party and how. What the hell does that even mean? For romance movies, the poster would often just be the main two stars standing next to each other, and if you're lucky, you might get some pretty colors in the background. These all look the exact same to me. Where posters from this era really shine is the monster movies. Dracula, you got this evil vampire staring at you right in the middle with those evil, soulless eyes. You got King Kong, which there are actually a few different versions of. You got this one where he's fighting off a bunch of planes, and then there's this one where it looks like he's drowning in the Empire State Building. Nosferatu. Now this was before he was a SpongeBob character. You got this one based on the famous scene of him going up the stairs, which is a really striking image. Meanwhile here, it looks like it just caught him taking a wee.
Has anyone seen Billy Bugs
Not one of those annoying drones again.
All the information we can get to find her and bring her back home to the planet of Gorgodon.
Shut up, you stupid drone! Those damn drones always be interrupting my content. Well, hopefully we won't have any more distractions today.
Hey, CG, there are a concerning amount of those drones outside today.
Joe! Can't you see I'm making a video here?
Can't you do that later? The amount of drones I've seen recently is really concerning. They've been attacking people all over Crowville.
Just throw a rock at them, you'll be fine. Right now I've got more important things to talk about.
Like what?
Why, movie posters, of course. They're actually a very fine art.
Oh my god, CG, can't you take anything seriously?
You're right, Joe. I shouldn't waste my time talking about movie posters from the 30s.
Thank you!
Instead, I should be talking about the movie posters from the 70s and 80s!
Oh my god.
Many of the posters before the 70s and 80s would often be either comprised of white backgrounds with the main two stars in front, or a cool monster. Posters would mostly remain this way for a while. You know, not bad, but definitely not striking pieces of art. That is until you get to Jaws. This poster is one of the most iconic posters of all time. The woman swimming at the top with the looming threat of the shark at the bottom with the menacing words Jaws in this striking red color. It makes you wonder if the woman is gonna make it out of there alive or if she's gonna get eaten by the shark. And then you got this one where it's just straight up shows her getting eaten. The original Star Wars also has more than one poster. You got this one which, you know, looks pretty good. You got the main characters there doing their thing. And then you look at the other poster. Look at that, it's such a striking image. You got Luke in the middle holding up his lightsaber with Leia next to him, while the looming threat of Darth Vader is in the background. It's one of the most amazing movie posters out there, if you ignore that Luke looks nothing like this in the actual movie. When we hit the 80s, we can see movie posters really start to evolve. While there were still some posters reminiscent of the white background with text era, many started to go beyond that and gave us not only advertisements, but pieces of art. E.T., The Shining, The Thing, Gremlins, these posters are all so iconic that they become part of the movie's identity itself. The Back to the Future movies are all prime examples of excellent posters. The first movie only features Marty in front of the DeLorean, but then as the series goes along, every new poster adds a new character. The second one adds Doc, and then the third one adds Lorraine. Just like the movies, each poster connects to each other and tells you that, hey, these are all part of one big continuous story. The Indiana Jones movies also do this, with each poster following a similar style and layout. Even when Kingdom of the Crystal Skull came out, they still tried to follow the poster style of the OG trilogy, but you know, it just doesn't feel right to place this one next to the others, so I'ma just move it way over here. This might be a good time to mention Drew Struzan. He is the artist responsible for many of the classic movie posters from this era, and his impact on the way movie posters are made is undoubtable. He did the posters for Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Back to the Future, Harry Potter, The Goonies, and Hocus Pocus, among others. His style can still be seen today in modern movie posters, and it all started in the 1980s. The 80s were really a golden age for movie posters. Everyone was doing something new and everyone was experimenting. Even movies that were straight up doggy doo-doo will still get the absolute rawest posters. Like the poster for Howard the Duck does not need to go this hard. As the 80s then came to an end and the 90s rolled in, something new was on the rise that would change movies forever. Computers! The 90s were also filled with a lot of classics. Beauty and the Beast is really beautiful, Dead Alive is flippin' terrifying, and Jurassic Park is just iconic. And no, the Lion King poster does not feature a girl in a bikini, you're all crazy. What we see happening more and more in the 90s is more and more posters being made with computers. While yes, most of them still look good, they've kinda lost that handmade charm of the posters from the 80s. That said, the 90s were no short of amazing posters, some of my favorites being Silence of the Lambs, The Matrix, and Space Jam. What the hell am I looking at? The 90s were really a special time, but not as special as the 2000s, baby! Woo! We then hit the 2000s, where you'd think posters would evolve even further, right? But no! Somehow we went backwards to the white background with text era! So many posters from this era just look the same, especially romance movies. It's like an algorithm is making them. There's no soul or purpose behind them. They're just made to grab people's attention and sell tickets. This doesn't even stop at just romance movies. Action movies all look the same. Comedy movies all look the same. Horror movies all the flippin' same! This was really this era's main problem when it came to its posters. That said, it still has some absolutely stunning ones. V for Vendetta, the Lord of the Rings movies, the Dark Knight trilogy, these are all perfect posters. I especially love it when movie trilogies all follow a similar format and style. Case in point, the Spider-Man trilogy. No, not that one, the one with Tobey Maguire. I mean, you're not wrong. These are all such beauties. Talk about consistency. Each and every movie in the trilogy feels like an extension of the last. With the first one, we see Spider-Man himself climbing up a building with his reflection in the window. In the second one, he's got Mary Jane by his side with the threat of Doc Ock in his eye. And in the third one, he's seen in the window of a building as a reflection, symbolizing how his mind is slowly getting taken over by These are all excellent, especially when you take into account that they're superhero movies. Nowadays, superhero movie posters just all kind of look the same. They seem to be trying to emulate that old style of Drew Struzan with a bunch of characters all standing together with floating heads, but you know, it's just not the same. Actually, this is something that goes beyond superhero movies. Pretty much all major blockbusters nowadays seem to follow the same format. Gone are the days of hiring actual artists to make these posters. These days, you can just throw a couple of PNGs together and there you go, box office success. It seems like studios are more concerned with showing off the movie's main stars instead of making a memorable poster. That's what it all boils down to at the end of the day, marketability. Sadly, it seems like the artistic movie posters from the past are gone. Only place you'll find them now is in fanworks, and sometimes if you're lucky, a studio might make one that looks good. A great poster must have that balance between being artistic and being a good advertisement for the movie. It's gotta be pretty, but it can't be too vague. It's gotta let you know what the movie is without being too obnoxious about it. That is why I think the perfect poster is the one for the original Alien movie.
It's just the perfect amount of mystery that you just get pulled in while looking at it. In space, no one can hear you scream. It's such a chilling quote that it just draws you in even more. Now, pull up the poster for Alien 3.
See, Joe, movie posters are actually really important.
You know what's more important?
What?
The friggin' space drones that have been terrorizing Crowville!
Oh, I thought you were gonna say video game box art.
That's it, I'm done here.
Hey, if you're so mad about these drones being here, then why don't you just go find that alien girl Millie? They're here because of her, aren't they? And you were technically the one who led her here.
You know what? Fine, I will go find her. Because I actually care about things that aren't pop culture.
Okay, fine. I don't care.
Fine.
Fine.
Okay,
Sure.
see ya.
Bye.
I'm leaving.
Okay, bye kids. Have fun.
Come on, Wally. We're gonna go find Millie.
Yippee, adventure!
I don't just like things that are pop culture, do I? I like Legos. Wait, no, that's pop culture. I like movies. Oh, wait, no, that's also pop culture. I like my Nintendo Switch. Wait, where is my Nintendo Switch? Where is it? Where is it? Where's my Switch?